on this episode of Onsight Verdict. So we're gonna go over my top 9 animes. There's gonna be an exclusion list here though, so there's certain animes that we didn't put on here. Just disclaimer. But these are the 9 animes that I enjoy, and it's the top animes that made a really impact on me, and the animes that I love watching. This is gonna be my 3 by 3. And the first one we have here is One Punch Man. It is comedy and action. That's what you need. And at first, you think a guy that destroys everything in one punch cannot be entertaining. And they made something that you think that wouldn't be possible possible. And some people may hate on the second season, but for a person who didn't read the manga, it did enough for me to still enjoy everything and what they incorporated around it. So I honestly really loved One Punch Man, and the animation on
I
it
wonder who
was
he's talking
was
about.
pretty good. So Saitama is one of the goatiest of the goats. He's literally one of the top tier characters of all time. Like when you put up the strongest characters, you have to put him in the conversation. If you're not putting him in the conversation, you're crazy. And put online, Sao. This anime really made me one of the first animes that made me immersed into the world that they put in. It made me forget that this was a video game that they were in, and it made me put life and death situations. And then when you see certain things, you kind of remember, like, oh yeah, this is an anime in they're in a video game. The whole story behind it and the whole love story with Kiriko and Asuna, they started it off with that, but they give you the fight scenes. They fell off kind of second season, but they also made OVAs with the Gun Gale, and I put that in there as well. I don't know if other people will do, but I put that in the corporation because it is a Sword Art Online thing. So, and with Idolization, that anime, when they came out with that one, it truly, truly, truly put it back on the map and put it on top tier list for me. And third on here is Made in Abyss. This anime is truly one of the first animes that made me enjoy journeys. It has action, but the action on it was just like sprinkles to me. It the action wasn't really where I was going for. The story and the journey of her and the information that they reveal, like each level that they go into the abyss. If you haven't watched this, there's an abyss in the world, and pretty much everybody in this city yearns to get relics from this abyss. And the main character, Rika, was born in the abyss, and she's really yearning to get back in it, and she's drawn in it. And it shows her the journey with her and Reg, her companion in there. He's a robot boy, and the whole journey of that was just amazing. The music behind this was absolutely astonishing. Every time you hear that music, it is literally an iconic song, and it puts you such in a trance, in a mood that not other animes can really convey and put that you through, and that's why it's top tier for me. ReZero, man, ReZero is another one that just story wise just enthralled me and had me hooked just from the story. And like there is action, but like once again, it sprinkles to me. It's like thank you for the action and thank you for doing so much. But there's literally favorite episode was when Subaru was talking to Rem and just crying his heart out, and they're just expressing their emotions. You can feel like you can be in his position and feel what he feels in there. Had a big old knot in my throat when I was watching that episode. ReZero is honestly amazing. Like the last episode, the last season that came out, and how they showed you all the repercussions and the 360 of it as a whole story and complete. They did such a good job of completing it all and wrapping it up that and even if they do have another season come out or not, whatever, from what I've seen, is such a complete story of how they made me think about things and in such another way, another dimension, that it really, really, really provoked my mind and had to be top tier for me. We're gonna go with My Hero Academy. And come on, if you like anime, you gotta mess with a little bit of My Hero Academia. I think the story's beautiful. I love the progression of the main character Deku. We see that he starts off as a crybaby, right? And he grows to be a savage now. He's all about the saving. And he's no longer a crybaby. He knows what he got to do. He knows I'm the next man up. There ain't no more playing around no more. I got to step up and bop somebody now. Oh, it's on me? Bet. I'm going to take that role. And I'm going to take it serious. So, and the way that he took the All Might and All for One power and, made it even more OP and more powerful and showed you why in the beginning of the season. The first one showing you saying why he was going to be one of the best heroes out there. I love watching that journey of that. And that's why it's on my top of my list. Mob Psycho. Come on. Come on, man. That animation is crazy. One of the top tier animations just from when I've seen it, because you got to remember these are animes that most of the time that I've seen when they're coming out. So that was just, at that time, was just such an amazing anime. And all the animation on that was just crazy. From when the little aspects of him having psychic powers. Now, we normally see Nen, Ki, all these other type of aspects. But how this one came at it with a different one. Kind of, what I mean, is powers. But they came at these powers with a different way. Is what made me love this anime so much and put it on a high scale. I love how he low-key knows that his master Reagan isn't all that raw, but still can take the knowledge that he gets and apply it to him and how he can make himself raw and how he looks out like that. So I love that dynamic, and that's why just all in all, animation, the, relationships, and the struggles that he goes through is all real struggles, and you can actually relate to things on here. It's make me why I love this anime, and it's on my top 9. Now, we're going to go with the flashy anime here, JoJo, Bizarre Adventure. A lot of people kind of don't like JoJo. It's either hit or miss for people, but for me, I love this anime. It may take a while for people to get involved in it from the first seasons, but that's kind of the reasons why this anime is so good, is that this is a lineage of rawness. Most people shows you a journey of one person's journey of life, and a lot of people's journey of just their lifetime. When we watch JoJo in the new season, it is a new lifetime and it's a new generation, but they are JoJo pretty much in just the essence and just another generation of JoJo. And it just gets passed on. And this is literally one of the most flashiest, swaggiest animes for me, in my opinion. It's the only one where they whoop your ass and take a pose. It's like Ginyu Force, but they did it right. They over here posing, but they fighting is on point. I love it. The stands is a little unique for me. And the thing is it wasn't always there, but when they introduced that, that's when it kind of made that anime and took it to another level. And that's why it's on there for me, just because of the uniqueness of it and how they approach that anime art-wise, power-wise, and it's very intricate on each season. Is never the same. That anime is more like a show. So it's not sequential. It's sequential in the fact that it's people's generation, but you can't not expect to see stuff from the last season most of the time from the other ones. And maybe that's why people don't like it, but that's why I love this anime. I'm going to go with Blue Lock. And Blue Lock is on my list because I generally don't even like sport anime. But when I watched Blue Lock, I was thoroughly impressed. I really realized that I could not stop watching it. I just kept watching it and progressing just to see the main character, Isagi, how he seemed like he was pretty useless in the beginning and he had potential, But when he starts to find out his true potential and what his true power is, of how he can read the field and his IQ on the field is truly what sets him apart from other people, is when that anime truly takes off to another level. And it made me enthralled and in love soccer and to enjoy it. And I don't even like sports anime, but this one had me hooked. So if you're like me and you generally don't like sports anime, I think give Blue Lock a chance. The way that they convey it and the way that everything is done was masterful. And that's why that's on there for me. And I'm going to go here with the last one, Black Clover. Man, what can I say? It's not the first anime that has magic. It's not the first anime that has grimoires, but they do it right. It puts the story on it is amazing. There's 3 main characters in this. There's 3 main characters in this anime. Not 3, Asta, and Yami.
And Yami. You should have said Yami first.
I know. That's what I wanted you to say, Yami, because you haven't said anything all day. No, man. Black Clover is just. I love how you see the struggle of Asta, and you kind of feel his pain that he's such at a disadvantage in this world, and you want to see him win. This is the most underdog of the underdog, story. It's somebody where a world is dominated with magic, and he was the only unprivileged person without it. And he finds a way, either through plot or luck, but it's great. And just the fact that he can fight through it and become one of the rawest people, to me, top tier. Even though his voice is annoying. Yo, his voice might be annoying. You can watch it on dub if you don't mind it. Yo, dubbed Asta voice isn't as bad as subbed Asta voice. Yeah. But I honestly think if you haven't watched Black Clover, it's amazing. It's so top tier. I love that it came out with like 170 episodes straight. Yes. Not a lot of animes do that. And you have to tip your hat off because all the way through.
Without real fillers.
Without real fillers.
It had a couple, but it wasn't like crazy.
Yes.
Some episodes didn't really need to be there, but that's like be picky.
Yeah. So it went 170. You cannot be mad at that. And that's my top 9. I mean, let me know. Comment below what y'all think about it. Let me know what y'all think should have been on here, what shouldn't have been on. Let me know what y'all haven't watched or what you think is buns. What do y'all think?
Man, I'm looking at your list. Let me look at the list again, if it's possible, real quick. I'm not gonna lie, respect the hell out of that list. Definitely do. And then I'm telling you, like midway through, I was looking, I saw it was Blue Lock in the bottom. I'm like, you got to, bro. Like, you got to put it up there. Sports anime is the shit. Okay, I know there's a lot of people be sleeping on the sports animes.
I love sports animes.
It did not make my top list because I know it does not stand the test of time. But Ice Shields 21 is a football anime, and it's amazing.
I ain't watching it.
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I can't tell you to go watch it because the anime don't hold 10.
I'm gonna watch it.
But it was great.
I think his list was alright.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm just fucking. No, it was a good list. Everything on there, I've seen every anime on there, so I can definitely tell you from experience why some of those points you made for those animes are extremely relevant. Because I agree with all of them. I've been there. I've sat through those experiences like you did, and we might have had a different outcome of them. But I agree that they were very dominant and prominent animes of our time. So I would definitely see myself watching all of those.
And I'll be honest with you, it was because I was gonna put ReZero on my list, but then I had to edge it out from Mob Psycho, and you have both of them on your list. So I super respect it.
That's what I was like. I'm surprised Josh didn't have ReZero.
No, yeah, I'm a little commercial boy. You know what I mean. I didn't put y'all on to nothing new, but I just had to let you know I like that fire.
Yeah.
So this has been another episode of Onsight Verdict. Let us know and comment below what you think. This is your boy Dutch.